what's going on, folks? Welcome back to the Real Legend of Gaming. We are back with Clash Royale, and I know it's been a couple weeks since the last deck video, but folks, this ladder has been pretty intense, and I have not been so creative with these decks. I've been having bad luck with it, believe it or not. But I did run into a deck which uses the P.E.K.K.A, right? Because that's my strongest card and also one of my favorite cards to use. And it's paired up with the Infernal Dragon, the Archers, the Log, which is good to see it making a comeback, along with the Baby Dragon, the Poison Spell, and you guys will see how it pairs up with the Mega Minion as well. So this deck is incredible. As you see, you still push with the P.E.K.K.A. The player here started off with an Elixir Pump. Immediately I knew it was an opportunity to punish the pump, so I threw that P.E.K.K.A at the bridge in front of my other card. As soon as I saw the Golem get thrown down, I immediately attacked with the Infernal Dragon and the Mega Minion. It's going to be very difficult for the opponent to stop, and you're punishing them. The reason why I'm showing you this deck first is because this Golem deck paired up with the Bandit, the Night Witch, the Lumberjack, and the Elixir Collector is very meta right now. So I just want to show you that you can easily destroy that deck. Now the next highlight is a different variation of the Golem deck. This time it's paired with the Bats, the Night Witch, the Clone Spell, and the Goblin Gang. And we're going to do something very similar. So the whole idea is, if that pump is thrown in the beginning of the match and you have a good rotation in play, and when I say good rotation, I mean you have your P.E.K.K.A and all the cards that can support it, you got to push hard and get busy. Because more than likely, the opponent's going to feel overwhelmed because they want to push with their Golem. They're not going to be able to defend. And then you just ramsack and take over. I mean, you just control the momentum of the match. And I think mentally, that's a strong advantage to have in any competitive game that you're playing, right? If you get in your opponent's head, you're going to win. It's almost guaranteed. So you see the pump drop there. We're going to wait for our Elixir count to build up. There goes the big bad P.E.K.K.A. She's ready to rock and roll. We're going to give her support. And we're going to use either the Baby Dragon or the Infernal Dragon, right? Now that we see that they dropped the Golem, we know that we can continue with our push. And it's kind of like who gets to the tower first and destroys it, right? Considering the Golem is super slow, I think we got a good advantage with the P.E.K.K.A as long as we pair it up with troops that can destroy Bats, Goblin Gangs, Skeletons, Skarmies, Night Witch, right? You got to be able to stop those type of cards. So by using the Baby Dragon at splash damage is incredible. The Mega Minion is great to one-shot any of those, flying troops like the Bats or the Goblin Gang, which is not flying, but it's on the ground, and the Skeletons. And we saw we punished that opponent same way. Now the next deck I'm going to show you, you can say this is a counter to my deck. This is the Zap Big deck with the Infernal Tower and the Rocket. Real dirty deck. If you can master how to play this, you're going to be a beast. I've played with this a couple of matches as well, and I did very well. However, those cards are weak for me because I've never focused on leveling up the Zap Big cards. I've always been a P.E.K.K.A beatdown or a P.E.K.K.A control player. So I know how to play with the deck. However, my cards are not at the right level to, push forward with them. But back to what we're doing right here. This is a counter to my deck. I already acknowledged that, but before I realized that it was an Infernal Tower, I want to see exactly what I could get done. So we're going to go with our push. As soon as we see the Infernal Tower, you kind of back down a little bit and see what happens. So they throw down the Rocket. We're going to throw down the Poison because at this point, I know my push is over. But if I can do damage against the tower, get rid of their princess, and I guess kill the duration of the Infernal Tower, to me it's a win, right? Because that 4 elixir, you're taking out the 3 elixir princess, so you're down 1, but you're doing damage against the tower too. So I think that equates pretty well. And I'm sure OJ would approve of that as well. So back to the game, right? I tend to drift a lot, but folks, Clash Royale is an exciting game, and you can easily get into another conversation. There's so many things to talk about. So we're going to push again with the P.E.K.K.A. I know that they got an Infernal Tower, but I'm not afraid of that because I feel that if I can distract the opponent to play defense the entire match, I'm at an advantage because, one, I can stop everything they're going to throw down because I have counters. I have logs, I got Electro Wizard, I got Baby Dragon. So the opponent's only going to be able to just play defense. They're not going to pay attention to the other lane, so I don't need to worry about it for the most part. Now they got a Goblin Barrel, same thing, we throw a log. So as long as you chip damage with that poison spell, we're going to be okay. Now, again, whenever you're going against your counter, the idea is to play for a draw. If you can get the win, then that's gravy. That's awesome, right? But realistically, you got to try to get the draw. Because the matchmaking is just set up that way. The idea is for you to actually lose. But if you can get a draw, to me, that's a victory. So we're doing the same thing. We're backing up with the Electro Wizard. That Rocket is putting in work. P.E.K.K.A destroyed. So they're doing a good job. They're playing their hand the way they're supposed to. However, going up against this deck so much, I kind of know what's going to happen. So I already know that Goblin Barrel is coming. So I'm going to keep that log in rotation. And I already know that the Princess is coming. So I'm going to use my Poison Spell to take out the Princess. Pretty simple, right? So now that we're going into overtime, we're going to take advantage of this momentum that we're building up now, right? We already killed half of the push, right? The Knight made his way down. We took it out. We're getting rid of the Goblin Barrel. Now we're going to push up, try to defend the P.E.K.K.A a little bit. I did want to try to get the P.E.K.K.A in, but it's tough. You know, reality of it is if you don't have the lightning spell in your deck, it's going to be a little bit harder. But not a lot of people using that lightning spell after they got nerfed. So, you know, it's just something to kind of grasp, and, you know, it is what it is, right? That's what people say. Alright, so now we're not going to push with a P.E.K.K.A anymore, and we're going to use all the other cards that we can, because we got enough splash troops, and we got enough armor with the Mega Minion, and the Infernal Dragon is a card that if you're not going to pay attention to it, it's going to lock onto the tower and do incredible damage, while the Poison Spell is doing that slow flow. Log again on that Goblin Barrel. Bang. Archers get in there because we dropped them at the bridge because we knew that no one was paying attention to Archers. And we just chip it away with the clutch victory with 1 second left. And that is more than enough time to get the victory, folks. So this is the deck right here, folks. I know I explained every card in it, but if you want to see it, 3.9 elixir cost. Pretty solid, I think, for a P.E.K.K.A deck. You got a lot of cheap troops that when it's double elixir time, you can wreak havoc. So that's pretty much how it works. Now, I'm not telling you you're going to win every match, folks. No deck is designed that way. But you see it does well against the Golem deck paired up with the Lumberjack, the Night Witch, and the Bandit. It also pairs well with the Night Witch Bat combination. So you're looking really good. And against Zap Bait, as long as you stay your ground, all toes down, like they say, go for the draw, or get the clutch victory like we did. I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen all the time. This is very difficult. It was an intense match, and I know some people will even argue, oh, well, they were at a level 11, and you're in a level 12. Yeah, I know, but we're both in a legendary arena, and I didn't choose my opponent, right? So that is the argument to that, right? I can't control that stuff. But what I can control is that this deck here gets the job done for when you need it to, all right? So I appreciate all the support as always. And folks, if you appreciate this content, hit the like button, right? Because that's how I know that you guys are feeling it. That's how I know you guys are engaged with my content. And hit the subscribe button for more future updates for Clash Royale and a lot of other games, right? We're covering a lot of stuff on this channel. It is a gaming channel, folks. So there's going to be times where I'm playing other things. Show the support, right? Because at the end of the day, we're a community, which I did set up the Google Plus community. I'm trying to figure out how to get my posts to show up in your subscription feed. That way I can get more feedback from you guys, do more polls, give you more updates, because I stream on Twitch and I have a theme pretty much every month. So I got a nice theme that I'm setting up for November. I got a video coming out later in the week where I'm going to talk about some cool things and some important things as well, all right? So as always, peace out.